This is the chapter 2 of the entire story that I have been telling for so long. So, the foreigner warlock magician that actually had some type of fight or disagreement outside, what he did after that, I'm going to talk a little bit about it first, and then I'm going to move on to the family matter. This chapter is entirely dedicated on what actually happened from the warlock side on this sacrificial ground. The magician came in and entered one of his sacrificial lands that is filled with organized criminals that take part in stealing, raping, kidnapping, family member sacrifices, self sacrifices, destroying properties, etc. And he created a storyline, a theme, and he created some assignment to be completed by whoever he is going to recruit this time. Under a particular theme or storyline, they created some type of assignment so that they can have some new group members recruited. All this thing is solely based on devil payment. Okay, the entities that they summon, they have to either sacrifice a family member or outer side people, and they will get some type of gain benefit out of it. So you can be individually paying the demonic entity, or you can work as a group and you can pay the entity. um, your job is going to be solely to kill, disable people, places, or things, and pay the demon that you just summoned, and in return getting some magical powers like telepathy, mind control, thought control, body control, ability to lead people, to mislead people, and orchestrate things, ability to attach, detach, enrage, calm people, and making people do whatever you want them to do. And the warlock that you are being initiated under is going to give you some monetary gains, financial gains like business contract, license for business, projects, and other different help. I hope you understood what I'm trying to say. So, as I already mentioned it, their first assignment was to lure in and cut off. I have already explained that before, what lure in and cut off means, but I definitely do know one thing: people can be defensive or offensive, and when you see the outcome of a situation, you definitely do understand that some people are set up, caught up, lured in, and cut off, and some people simply are not. They offend some people and keep doing that until the other people, sufferer people, have had enough, and when they fight back, they start calling it some type of set up, lure in, cut off, because they love to play the victim. They do not love telling the truth that what they have done in order to get themselves into a backfire like this. Anyways, we are not going to elaborate it much longer than that. So, in a small country where people are very struggling or malnourished or willing to do whatever it takes to have a good life, have childlike innocence, and they want to do better in life. These type of naive people, good people, are always some type of target for these type of individuals, conniving individuals who solely based on the other person's need, necessity, and situation offer them something so that they can easily get their payments and you know demonic power go on without having to work for anything at all. So this luring cutoff assignment, that was basically one of the assignment. There are multiple more, and it is to justify somebody's theft, somebody's throwing rock, hiding their hands, and then crying wolf, and when backfire happens, acting like they had nothing, no part to play when it comes to the situation. It is to justify that. And the entire thing is one assignment out of multiple. So anyways, there was a guy who with his entire family had a bright idea to be recruited into this gang, organized criminal gang. So he targeted one of his relative and their kid, relative from father's or mother's side, so distant cousin, and they tried to target one of their cousin and their mom dad, which will be their uncle aunt as well. So let's say there is a lawyer and he has a wife and he has 3 kids. The lawyer targeted one of his rich cousin and wanted to lure him in using his own wife, only to cut him off upon being accused of this third party matter, without letting the victim speak or explain himself. They will pass a judgment that is unfair, and that is the demonstration of the warlock's assignment 1. And in the midst of all that, they will bring a baby to this earth with a specific purpose. We are going to talk about that a little later. So a man and his wife and his 3 kids got into that mission. First assignment was to lure his cousin in, and they did it. And the lady conceived a baby, and the eldest son went out and killed his own uncle. And as a result of that, he got arrested. And when he was in the police station or justice system, under the surveillance or monitoring, some of the officials were investigating. They were hell-bent on bringing justice to the guy who got murdered. And some of the justice system people were promoting that because they were well aware of what was going on. And when this entire thing was happening, they had to go through some harsh situation because it was the start of everything. And the guy who killed the man, after all, he is also nephew niece of the man who got killed, and the masterminds, the new recruit family's eldest son. After killing the man here, he was arrested, and in the midst of all that, the lady, I mean, the one who the victim got pregnant, gave birth to a kid in Chittagong at a hospital where they deal with illegal babies that are solely brought into this earth for sacrificial purpose. And she got back, and then she and her husband, the mastermind couple, the lawyer who was being initiated into the warlocks community, he and she, both of them, tackled the matter with the justice system by proving their kid who murdered their uncle by beheading or gunshot to be mentally unstable. And as he was a teenager, he did not get any capital punishment. And also, the man that he killed, that man left a baby as an heir. So there was some bond money that the mastermind couple, the new recruit couple, tried to implement in front of the justice system so that the guy gets out of this trouble. See, after coming out of this trouble, by proving a sane person to be mentally insane and also giving out some bond money in somebody else's name, some other baby's name that is accidentally born, but actually it's not an accident, it's completely calculated activity. The kid got out, and after all that, in order to submit paper to the justice system, the mastermind new recruit lawyer created a birth certificate and attached some type of money, bank account things to this kid's name and rerouted that money elsewhere. And as I already said, the kid has a work to do. The kid was sent to the foster family, to other organized crime members, to be raised, and we are going to talk about that a little later. So this was the first thing. The mastermind new recruit had another target, that was the entire family of that guy who died. And it was about the assignment 2. The second assignment is you deciding who deserves to have authority and power at any given moment, because you see them to be a wrong guy, because you believe them to be under educated, underqualified for whatever authority position they are sitting on right now. So this mastermind lawyer couple this time did not want to get caught. This time they took the businessman, businesswoman out by orchestrating a road accident. They said they took some type of power of attorney will paper and made them um, to sign on it. I mean, the mastermind lawyer, after the death of the grand um, couple of the victim lawyer who recently got killed by this mastermind lawyer's eldest son, um, he claimed the couple also died in an accident and left something on a will that will go to the very heir, the very illegal heir of their family, the baby that he and his wife, involving a third party, brought to this earth for a specific purpose, the very baby that he's going to use later. So the second one was establishing an understanding justifying inheritance possession related matters. When you decide somebody is unqualified to sit on a throne, you can remove them and take their possession. So this parallelly orchestrates in this mastermind lawyers activity when they went in, took out the rest of the family members that the victim left, his mom and dad, and then took out a will on their entire property and inheritances, naming it after the little kid, the little heir that the victim left, or the mastermind brought to this earth for a specific purpose. And the mastermind lawyer was the ringleader. He had other family members of his own. His wife had some family members of her own. And the couple that died, they had some of their family members. The couple and their kid that they targeted, the mastermind targeted. I'm talking about the victims. The victims had their own family members. The man had his brother, also another very good business person, and the wife who died also had some family members, particularly not so bright, and they all took part in one mission, and that is to take an entire family down, to orchestrate somebody else's pain and to get power and money. As sad as it sounds, all of these people are relatives. One is directly connected to the victim because they are cousin. Literally the mastermind couple here who's being recruited is the cousin of the victim, and the people that they later killed in an accident, took a will out on, they are also his uncle aunts. And sadly, the uncle aunt's family members also were involved in this, especially the auntie's family member, the victim lawyer's mother's side of family members were a part of this. And the entire ring that followed the mastermind, who was following another warlock into getting recruited, all of them after the death of this entire family, after taking over their money and properties, they sat on the entire authority position. The will was taken out on the baby's name. There was, as I have mentioned, a bond money that was also taken out on a birth certificate on this baby's name. There was also another small thing that happened, that was um, the baby's father that died, who was a job holder, his pension related stuff, that pension was sent in to the baby. it was also to show the justice system that the money is being received by the baby. And when all the things were said and done, after them sitting on the business, and after them rerouting bond money and letting the foster family, another organized crime member, have the pension money, they moved forward. As the entire family who got killed had good relative, especially the uncle side of relative who was very good people, they were trying to get justice on behalf of their cousin. But the auntie side of relatives were not that bright. And not only that, they wanted to make sure that um, someday the mastermind atoned for it. They were also hell bent on seeing why all these things happened, and they could not believe who were actually involved within the mix. And it started getting evident when they saw all of the family members converting from one religion to another after this death happening, and things being a patronized activity where it is very evident to see that something is going on. And the good family members kept on trying to understand actually what's going on here, but they could not understand at first. It took them a whole long time to understand what was going on. In the midst of the justice system drama, the lady who's the mother of the kid came to visit the baby 2 times and came to visit the fosters 2 times, and she left. She never came. And it was to make sure that everything is going on nice and fine, and it was to make sure that the justice system is satisfied because they are internally doing some type of money regulation. Fosters are having the dead father's pension, the bond money is being rerouted, the properties are stolen, and they are telling the justice system that we deserve to sit on it because the kid is infant, and the kid is going to be raised for the third assignment, the last assignment, and that is going to be again set up, lured in, and then under one perspective being judged and some outcome getting produced where the kid's reality will be flipped upside down. The kid will be proven to be mentally disabled, or the kid will die, and the outcome will be simply put, um, another justification of why the kid actually does not deserve to sit on somebody's throne even if they are the rightful owner of something, and also justifying something like you can decide to sit on somebody's position even if it does not belong to you, if the other person is wrong. And that will be the justification of somebody else's robbery and stealing, and that will also be some type of justification for perspective based decision making. And whoever the warlock was, they were not so bright, so that's why they thought that this will not have a dual effect. Whatever they are trying to say, build, or demonstrate here by recruiting these people, making them do the very old scenario implementation, they don't understand they are the one who's getting exposed. all the assignment that this guy has completed so far by taking out an entire family and bringing an heir to this earth to just be sacrificed and have unnecessary attachment, whether they ask for it or not, without giving them a chance, they will just serve that kid as a sacrifice to the demon. They will pay that kid as a sacrifice to the demon, and all the inheritance money, all the house, all the pension matter, whatever it is financial that is implicated with that kid without their awareness, without their permission, will be a reason for their downfall. It will be holding them back until unless everybody is justifying the fact that this kid is unfit and mentally unstable to have anything, and the other portion of the family who's caretaking the entire thing are the ones who's worthy. And also the kid will be raised as somebody who's eternally suffering, as a dog of the global people who the warlock claimed to be um, a sufferer of, and he had a very much dream wish to see the global authorities suffer too. So this dog that he is going to raise in the name of the global authority will go through some same type of torture, torment and suffering that the warlock claims he has been through, he has gotten through by the community of global authorities. So for today, I have already explained whatever I had to explain. This chapter 2, I believe it was helpful for you to understand. I'm going to upload chapter 3, and there I will add some more information. For today, I hope this entire video will help you to understand 3 assignment and how those are conducted, implemented, and how it actually parallels to the other warlocks reality, how they try to demonstrate something, and in return for all that, what type of physical gain, spiritual gain one person receives. See you in my next video. Bye.